How's it going? Today we have two tips to test out. One that's really simple and one that's really inexpensive to keep the inside of the RV warmer. At this time of year, it can be a real battle to keep the inside of the RV warmer, but these two have the potential to make a huge difference. So let's not waste any time, let's get started. So these two tips address 2 out of the top 5 ways that we lose heat out of the RV. There's some large things that we can do to make a huge difference, like skirting the RV. We've done that in the past. Covering the windows on the RV in extreme conditions. We've also done videos on heaters, lots of great information on those, but this is 2 ways that we're gonna step it up to the next level. So this one is for the front door. If you've ever taken a closer look at that in cold weather, you can even feel some of that draft coming in. We have metal that transfers from the inside to the outside that can build up ice and frost on it. And depending on your seal, you might even be getting just air transfer in that area. And I've seen people that absolutely love this modification. So this is going to be an additional layer so that we don't have that heat transfer. The question is it gonna work well, and is it gonna be a nuisance? Is it gonna be worth using this? So let's get it prepped and put it on and see how it does. So this insulated door cover uses magnets to open and close, but on the sides we use an adhesive Velcro. So just like I do when I put any kind of command strip or anything like that up to give it a fighting chance, you want to get those oils off, and I use rubbing alcohol to clean the surface really well. Well, this is going to give it a fighting chance. Oftentimes people fail to do this putting up command strips, and that's the majority of reason why they fail. I'm also gonna test to see if this adhesive is gonna try and pull the wallpaper off, because that's definitely a fail, something you wouldn't want to have happen. So definitely I'm gonna pay attention to that. So the strip is gonna have an adhesive on the back, but it has Velcro on the other side. So we can take that, we can run it all the way across the top of the door, because that's how we're gonna mount it. We can cut that, and then we can run that Velcro strip down both sides of this insulated door, so that way it's going to not flop around and be a problem. I'm not sure that I like the way that it's gonna adhere to the walls, but let's give it a try. And test fitting it, because this is an RV, I want it to slope down on the floor a little bit because of that metal. We've had it freeze up at times. So I did buy one that was a little bit oversized on this, but getting that adhesive strip to stick to the wall is as simple as this project is. So now we can test it out. Okay, so here, I think it's a little bit of a mixed bag. There's definitely a great idea here, but the execution for an RV is definitely wanting, in my opinion. So let's start with the good. Number one, I think this absolutely does make a difference, giving you an extra layer of thermal protection of not having that cold come into the RV and losing some of your heat outside. And when you're RVing in extreme conditions, every little bit helps. And we have been in those situations where we wanted to do everything we possibly could so that the heater's just not running 100% of the time. Using a thermal camera, you can see a large difference from having this on there compared to not having it on there. Definitely made a difference. Number 2, it really wasn't that big of a deal getting in and out. Coming in the RV was easier than going out, but part of that is because I used the oversized one, so this opening opens up more. Imagine if that was just right here, it's not gonna open up as much in order to get in and out. Would have made it a little bit more difficult. So oversize helped, but the oversize is also gonna be on the negative side. And I do like that this is a magnet. It does a good job opening and closing. Sometimes you have to help it a little bit to get in that closed position, but it does close. And you're not worrying about a zipper zipping it up and down, so it's pretty easy to get in and out, and it does close itself. Now on the negative side, it's not all that great looking to start off with. And some of that has to do with I did get the oversized one, so that kind of makes the whole thing just a little bit more awkward, but there's more to it than that. The Velcro on the side, I am having a little bit of a hard time with it sticking on the side, just because of the way our RV is. It's really close to this cabinet, so we had to kind of work in and around that area, so it's not exactly on a flat surface. On this side, where it's a flat surface, it's definitely sticking a lot better than it is on this side. And the transition where I go to the floor, it might look like I had it go too far to the ground, but that's to cover that metal at the bottom there and get rid of any of those drafts at the bottom. That Velcro strip isn't sticking as well on the floor area as it is on the wall. The third thing is I had to remove that piece of trim up here at the top because it was just one more layer of things trying to work around that it just wasn't laying quite right. So I had to remove that piece of trim just to try and make it work better for us. And another thing about the Velcro is I'm not a huge fan of it. Personally, I would love to see one that's made specifically for an RV door that's already curved and everything and has more of a magnet inlay on the sides and across the top than having the Velcro. Now with this, you can put it in the up position. So if you wanted to go in and out and not have to deal with it during the day, but you wanted it down at night when the extreme temperatures are there, you can have it rolled up in that position and have some Velcro straps in order to hold it up there. So great idea. Fit and finish for us is a little bit wanting. So not going to use it all the time, but in extreme situations, I will use something like this. But let's get into our next winter modification after thanking our sponsor, which is eTrailer. They have a great selection of things for RVing, including things for winter. If you needed some snow chains for your vehicle so that you don't get stuck out there, fantastic thing to have on hand. If you wanted to winterize your RV quicker and easier, they have kits in order to make quick work of that. They also have tons of RV covers. So if you don't RV that much in the wintertime and you want to get that covered and protected from the weather and the sun, definitely check that out. And with their US-based customer service, you can get a better fit and finish for something like your RV cover than you can like I did with this door cover here. They'll get you taken care of. They'll help you find the right one for you. They also have windshield covers so you don't have to scrape the windshield in freezing conditions. They have additional tank heating pads if you needed to do that. We did that upgrade at one time. They even have cleats for your shoes, so if you're setting up or tearing down in the snow and ice, you're not going to be slipping all over the place. So link down in the description to eTrailer. They really are a great service for RVers with a really good selection. So let's move on to this guy. Now, this is an inexpensive, low-tech draft stopper. No, it's not a pool noodle. It is pipe insulation. This one's for a 3/4 inch pipe with a 1/2 inch wall. And so it comes in different sizes, which is really handy because not every RV is going to be the same. And each circumstance, you might need to get a little bit different size. But this one works well for us. And this one has a slit in the side, which is very handy. I don't like the one with the adhesive because I don't need a sticky mess when I'm using it for something like this. But basically, you're going to use that slit and then cut the other side in half. So you're going to effectively be left with like a bulb seal that we can use to seal off any of the drafts around the RV, and specifically around the slide. You basically have a bulb seal that usually goes all the way around the slide for the outside to seal it off, but for us, we can definitely feel a draft on that. So we know that we're losing heat in that area, but we can tuck it in around the slide. And if you do it right, you don't even really see it. So this isn't something that you'd probably want to use every time you move the RV if you're only going to be staying a night or two. But if you're going to be staying somewhere really cold for a week or more, this is something that I would definitely set up. And it's so light and easy to take with you. When we're done, we can toss it behind the couch if we wanted to, and you would never even know that it's really on the RV. Handy little trick. So you can use it around the slide, but you can also use it usually on that transition underneath the slide. Strong warning if you're going to put the insulation underneath the slide, because when you put it on the sides, if you bring the slide in, it's not really going to be a problem, but this could cause a problem if you forget this under here, bring the slide in, and you're creating something to get jammed underneath there. This is not one that we have typically done, but when we skirt the RV, this comes less of an area for the draft to come in and lose that heat. So definitely strong word of warning in order to put insulation under here. It could be problematic. But on the sides, having something like this has definitely made a big difference. And the great thing is that curve kind of gives you something, no matter what size that gap is, you kind of have that radius in order to give you like a spring tension on that when you put it in. But if you're looking for some other tips about trying to seal off the drafts around the windows, insulating those, insulating your vents in your RV, or even looking at what the best heater is for RVing situations, we've got videos on that with lots of great information in there. So if you haven't checked those out, check those out. So stacking these things can really make a big difference for staying comfortable. So anyways, I think that's gonna do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope that it helped you out in some way. Enjoy your RV more in the winter. So as always, if we don't see you on the road, hopefully we will. See you next video. Take care. Oh, I almost forgot. The adhesive isn't affecting the wallpaper. Of course, it's only been on there for a few days, but it's looking fine.